Ba-da-bum-bum.
Storm.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Souls.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Dragon.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
Roll. Dadventurous.
Welcome to
Two.
Dadventurous.
That's it. That's the podcast.
That's
We
us.
finally figured it out. Where we are.
Where we are.
All right. Yes, welcome back, everybody. We've been so inundated.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
Wait. Yeah. That
Graced with
Grace with
awesome fan art.
and awesome fans.
That's true. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the show. We're going to jump into the recap here momentarily, but just wanted to say thank you
for listening.
All right, daughter.
Are you ready
I'm so ready.
for a recap?
So ready for a recap.
All right. Last week on Dadventurous, Hob, Owlfred, and Yarg,
The Feathered Fangs.
the Feathered Fangs, were in these myconid mushroom caves. And you had gone to investigate like a plague, a blight, whatever you want to call it, that was affecting the myconids.
Tis true.
You found a large cave with a bunch of noxious fumes and a large orange crystal inside. You were attacked by 2 fume drakes, which are like dragons, little, but like small and made out of smoke. They were weird, but you defeated them.
We did.
And
Gracefully.
and promptly tried to pry the large crystal from a crack in the wall as it was blocking the crack.
That's true.
You did manage to, using your crowbar, pull out the crystal, but it shattered apart and unfortunately revealed an egg inside that hatched into a little baby fire snake.
It did, and then it tried to bite me.
And then it tried to bite you.
Instead of being like a new pet.
I don't think that's how it works.
Dang it.
But it did try to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
You and Yarg and Owlfred engaged in combat yet again. However, you did defeat the baby fire snake, and when the crystal shattered, sunlight was let into the room. And after defeating the fire snake, you noticed that the fumes had started to waft out through the vent. And when you went back into the Myconids caves, they had asked what did you find? And so you told them about it, how the crystal was blocking the vent.
I did.
And
I took Rugoso to show him, I think.
you eyewitness. And they invited you to stay in their caves, grateful for your help. When you woke up in the morning, their leader, who had previously been incapacitated, was now awake and gave you a ruby moral, which is a giant mushroom that can be used to make certain potions.
Yes.
And
I
told you to
added
give
that.
it to Turok.
And some heartcap mushrooms.
And some heartcap mushrooms, which
Okay.
you know Turok was looking for.
All right.
And you left the caves, I think. Yeah.
I was like, we hadn't gone much further than that,
No.
but I had walked out past where the fungoptopus was, and I had started making my way back to Dragon's Rest.
All right. Now, we zoom in
Okay.
on the Feathered Fangs.
Yes.
You're climbing up these basalt stairways that were on the side of the cliff.
Yeah, that like led back up to the land.
Yeah.
Okay. I like to think I have my spear on my shoulder
All right.
across the back almost, and I'm humming a little ditty, and Owlfred is sitting on the other side of the spear bobbing along with me.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you guys are walking along. We're gonna focus a little bit on Owlfred.
Okay.
So, as you guys are walking along, you guys are still telepathically linked.
Oh, okay.
From
the
Myconid
spores?
spores.
Okay.
Yes. And we hear Hobbs' voice in his head, thinking, "Wow, this is a good song. I think I can maybe turn this into something with my... What instrument was it again that I gave
My
you?
lute.
With my lute, as soon as I learn how to play it." Out loud, he says, "Owlfred, what do you think
What is
of this song?" And
What is happening
we
right
are
now?
going I gave the dad a very special character sheet.
Oh boy.
And so can we please hear Owlfred's response to this?
Okay, so I'm holding a character
As we are
sheet.
switching perspectives.
I am Owlfred. Okay. Yeah. What did he say? Sorry.
He asked what you thought of his song. However you want to respond.
Hello. Hello. I'm British. I'm British Owl.
There you go.
I'm Owlfred. Hello. Yes. I think your song was quite lovely.
Oh, why, thank
but
you.
you do need lute practice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes.
I'll find someone who can do that.
Rhymes with who?
Then, Owlfred, we can sing our own tales of heroism.
Aye. If I'm what?
What?
What did you say?
What did you say?
I just said aye, like as in yes.
Oh.
But what did you say? If we're what?
We can sing our own tales of heroism.
Oh, of heroism. I don't know how to do British. British accent.
If,
Okay.
But yeah, he's asking what you thought.
I do think, sir, that would be quite lovely. I could use my wings to flap. I could do a little hoot here and a hoot there and a little hoot everywhere as we play our songs. This is wonderful and terrible. Sorry, everybody.
You guys start walking along. Maybe Yarg starts singing all along a little bit too. And it's a pretty pleasant walk back to Dragon's Rest.
So I'm an owl.
You are an owl,
Okay.
yes.
I bob along on the spear.
And yeah, this episode is going to be from a different point of view.
Okay.
And can you make a perception check as you're walking along?
I have been given a owl stat block for Owlfred.
So he is no longer Hob with the 20 health and shield.
No, I am not. A perception check?
Yes.
At 12.
All right, you don't notice anything as
That's
you're walking along.
Not ominous at all. I look around at any creatures in the sky, any bugs flying around.
There's definitely like a butterfly flitting next to you.
Okay. I try to snap at it.
Make an attack roll.
Lunch for me. Lunch for me. Snap. That's a 6.
Nope. All right.
I was too busy singing.
The butterfly hears your singing and flies away.
Mm.
As you're walking along, suddenly Yarg goes, "Wait a minute." Oh no. And suddenly he noticed a yipping sound erupts around you from the bushes.
Yip, yip.
Yip, yip.
Okay.
And some kobolds emerge from their hiding places. You do not recognize any of them.
They're not the ones from the
They're not the ones from
islands?
Dragon's Rest.
Okay.
But they are kobolds.
Okay.
And there's one winged kobold, just like Mila at Dragon's Rest.
Okay.
And he shouts, "There they are! Adventurers! Get 'em!" And the others
Sir,
rush toward you.
an ambush.
Hob goes, "Oh no! Well, we've been ambushed, but there's, I don't know." Because he was surprised.
Ah, okay.
As for possibly the first time, Hob doesn't really know what to say.
Oh no.
And can you roll initiative?
What? Initiative as an owl?
Yes. However, you were surprised.
Okay. Because I did not notice them.
You did not notice them.
Okay, well, I did okay. I got an 18.
All right. Unfortunately,
They get to go first.
kobolds do go first.
My goodness, sir.
Just
That's
it.
it.
All right.
It's not my turn.
They pounce on Hob
Oh no.
as they're going to go all together, except the winged one. And the first one is going to make an attack against Hob. You know what Hob's armor class is,
I
actually.
sure do. I have it right here.
As the kobold pulls
The
out a
15.
dagger. No. That does not hit, I'm afraid. 12. So that's the first one's turn, and it is going to stay in melee with you. Right. The second one is going to go at you, surprisingly.
No.
You usually don't get attacked.
No, I usually fly away. I think I flap my wings and I say, "Oh no, sir, they're coming for me."
And he's going to try and pull out a net.
Oh no.
That he has. Tell me, does a 16 hit Owlfred?
Absolutely hits Owlfred.
Right. So you were surprised.
I was.
And so this kobold pulls out a net, swings it around, and flips it over your head.
Oh.
Preventing you from flying away.
Terrible.
I'm
royalty.
He can't understand you.
Okay, I'm
since
shouting
you are
in my
simply
mind.
linked
I'm
to.
just going. Oh.
And he's going to chuckle. Gonna risk the opportunity attack. And he is going to take his little net with you in it and is going to attempt to run away.
Oh boy.
You, as the others are attacking Hob and Yarg.
Okay.
All right.
Feathered Fangs. Please.
However,
help. A poor, terribly accented British owl.
however, Hob would get an opportunity attack. What's his plus? All right. Unfortunately for me, Hob stabs this kobold. He drops you. However, you're still in a net.
A net. And I'm on a hill?
You are a little farther away from the path.
Okay.
You said you got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go next on initiative. However, you are currently restrained.
So I can try to get out of the net?
Yes.
What do I need to do?
Making a...
Is that athletics to try to
yeah, if you're trying to force your way out.
I mean, I don't think I can do anything else.
Yeah.
My talons aren't really slicing weapons.
Yeah, you'd have to make an...
Absolutely not.
Athletics?
That's a 0.
Oh!
Because I rolled a 4 and I have a -4 as an owl.
Oh no. All right.
Yep. So I cannot move this net at all.
You're still in the net.
All right. I try to do my best to spread my wings and flap. And I just sort of tumble down the hill a little bit more.
Right.
Oh, sir. I'm in the net still.
Hob goes, Owlfred, hang on. But it is not his turn because he rolled really low on initiative. It is going to be the winged kobold's turn.
Okay.
He had currently not been in combat with anybody. He had stayed back because it wasn't his turn. And so he is going to flap a little and fly over Hob.
Okay.
To avoid getting attacked because he has that movement. And he is going to attempt to pick up your net.
Oh, no.
And attempt to run away again.
Okay.
And he shouts, "Hey, everybody else, come on. We got the guy that we came for. So, well, cover me." And he attempts to run away.
Oh, boy. Is he flying?
Yeah, he's going to fly. Now, I believe it is Yarg's turn.
Okay.
And he is going to... I think Yarg is a little preoccupied. He's just going to take a swing at the kobold that is engaging him. Nope. All right. This is just me playing D&D with myself for a second. Hob is going to try... You can... Oh, yeah, you can do Hob, I guess. Because if you have...
So Hob would try to...
As
clear out people around him. And I think I would like to... I'm going to sweep my spear around and try actually to shove one of the ones near me with a shoving attack.
All right.
So you would need to succeed on a strength saving throw.
No. I can already tell you that as it is an 8.
Okay. So then I push it 5 feet and
he goes,
knock him over.
Right.
And then I would try to use my movement to get closer towards Owlfred, but I think there's... Owlfred, my friend! No! As I'm reaching up to the sky, looking towards this flying creature. And that would be my turn.
That is your turn. All right. Now it is back to the other kobold's turn. he's going to... You just knocked him prone, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to get up,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think he can actually get to you on his turn since it's half movement.
Yeah.
So he's just going to get within the 10 feet of you that he can, and is going to...
For Hob.
For Hob, and
Yeah.
attack
Okay.
you. 14?
14 does not hit.
All right. He growls in frustration, but that was the extent of his movement. Yeah. And now it is the other one's turn, who's going to still attack Yarg. Hit. All right. Yarg's turn, same thing. He's just trying to clear it out so they can get to you. That does hit. Yeah, Yarg stabs into this other kobold, and the other one drops down dead. Now there's only the one next to you, and the winged one spiriting away with Owlfred.
Okay.
And for that, so he is going to dash his 40 feet, still flying, and going to try to get away.
Okay.
He's trying to owl nap
And
Owlfred.
he has me grabbed up.
He has you currently in a net.
Okay.
That is going to be his turn, as he has no bonus actions. Now it is yours, I think. You can attempt to get out of it.
Okay. No.
What'd you get?
7.
No, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah. He's trying to fly away with you as fast as he can.
So he's like 60 feet away now from Hob.
Yeah, he's like 60 feet away from Hob.
Not much Hob can do. Blowgun, it'd be at disadvantage.
Oh, really?
So,
I mean, you could try.
Hob would pull the blowgun out and be like, Owlfred, stay low. I'll aim for the net. Nope.
All
That's
right.
an 11 to
Nope.
hit a long range distance thing with my blowgun.
Sorry.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah, these kobolds are making away. I think the other kobold just like looks around and looks at his two fallen comrades, and he is still 10 feet away from you. He's like, I think I'm done backing you up. And he is going to run into the bushes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we leave Hob and Yarg alone.
Ooh. And I, as the owl, struggle against my net, and I shout up at him in his mind, "Let me free at once, you fiend!"
He can't understand you.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, it was just you, Hob, and Yarg that were mentally linked.
Okay.
So, he flies away with you. He meets up with the other kobold, and they say, the queen will be pleased. And they go off into the island with you in tow. A pretty long walk passes, actually. You guys are heading deeper into the island. This was a pretty big island, and eventually you reach a copse of trees. And you can see from your net, as you pass by, tents. And they're small tents, kobold-sized. And you see other kobolds coming out, and like a whisper starts to grow a little bit at the sight of you.
Oh.
And the winged kobold enters a small tent that's empty and puts you on the ground in the net.
Okay.
And he says, stay here until we get back.
All right. I'm gonna.
The queen wants to see you.
Immediately try to get out as soon as they're.
They leave. However, another kobold comes in and places a badger on the floor.
A badger?
Yep, a badger.
A badger on the floor.
Yep, and the badger starts sniffing around a little bit, and the kobold goes, now, Jeffrey, guard the owl, right?
Jeffrey the badger.
Yeah, Jeffrey the badger.
All right.
And the badger just kind of, and you, being an animal, can understand this as he
I
goes,
see.
sure, boss, I guess, but, wait a minute, who's this guy? But the kobold, being a kobold, is just like, now, Jeffrey, guard him, and I'll be back. And he, skedaddles out.
Okay.
So Jeffrey the badger is your guard, and you are currently in a net.
Jeffrey, please. One animal to another.
He goes, huh?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this net here. And I feel so alone. How alone?
How alone?
Yep.
Right.
And then when he's not looking, I'm
he's-
going to attempt to make a out of the sack.
Right. How about are you going about this? Are you trying to rip
same
out or
Maybe this time I try to use
finesse
my
out?
talons.
All right.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Like,
Make an
reach 'em
attack
out
on the
and
net.
Slash at him. A 9.
No.
Dang.
Your
I'm just
talons are tangled.
slashing at them, trying to do stuff.
The badger just stares at you and goes, So, you have an idea why the big scaly things brought you here? Because, like, I just work here.
I have no idea why they brought me here. I am royalty. Royalty. That didn't work. Royalty.
Royalty.
Royalty. There we go. I am royalty. That's a hard one to say. Say that 5 times fast.
He goes,
and I was traveling
huh?
with my companion, and they came and took me away.
Wait a minute. He steps up to you. You're royalty?
Royalty.
Like, from whom?
I am the descendant of of King
I had so much fun coming up with your
Danielle
backstory.
and Queen Marigold.
Sorry. He
And I am from the Tree of Crowns.
and Badger goes,
And also I'm an adventurer.
Wait a minute. You're Prince Owlfred.
Excuse me?
What?
You know me?
Well,
My owl name?
I've heard of you. I mean, you're pretty famous among, like, our forest dwellers here. I didn't know you'd been back. I mean, I thought, I don't know, you've been off adventuring, so, everybody just kind of assumed you, like, I don't know, went missing.
Am I from here? Wait.
I'm going to tell you. And he says, huh? Oh, no, I just moved here, like, 6 months ago.
But you knew of me?
Yeah,
Back on the mainland?
I used to live back up in Neverwinter. So,
My goodness.
so, Your Majesty, what can I do for you?
I don't think you should call me. I'm not that kind of royalty, I don't think. I think it's more like, you just call me Alfred.
Oh, alright. So,
Well,
Alfred?
I left because I wanted to adventure, but I was never supposed to be any sort of high royalty. That was my sister, Dahlia.
I had so much fun.
She was next in line to inherit the royal feathers of monarchy.
Like, oh yeah, I've heard of her. I think she became queen.
Wonderful. I set apart to adventure, and I found a team, and your people have kidnapped me from them very rudely.
Well, sorry for that. Do you want to get free, right?
Yes.
What are your adventurer friends like? I mean,
They're cool. The big one with the flowy hair, he's quite silly. He often comes up with names for moves and things that he doesn't need to do. But we've been traveling together. He saved me from a chimney years ago, and I've been traveling with him ever since, keeping him alive, using my
Nice.
wisdom to teach him the ways of the world. We have a close relationship.
nice.
And then the other one is one of a scaly person,
Really?
but a nice one.
Oh.
His name is Yarg.
Oh. You know, I do have a bit of experience with these scaly people being being not very nice.
Why are you here, Jeffrey?
Well, they captured me back in Neverwinter, back when I was like a little kid, and my trainer Varks, you know, he's pretty nice to me, unless if I do something wrong. But you know, I miss my den. Hey, you know what?
Tell me, Jeffrey.
Say, if you help me get out of here, I'll set you free.
What? Why haven't you left already, Jeffrey?
Because the old camp's guarded. But you said you have adventurer friends?
We do. I
And
do.
so, if maybe I don't know, maybe they'll show up looking for you.
Okay.
And then I can escape.
I would gladly help you escape, Jeffrey, because I am tired of being in this net.
Badgers have really big claws. And he just raises his paw and swipes the net.
Whoa!
He hits, and he really wants to be free. The net slices apart.
Nice.
And he goes,
I jump out and flap my wings and fly around all around the tent, and I think about leaving, but then I flap back down and I say, "Very good, thank you, Jeffrey, for your service."
of course, Owlfred, sir.
I'm not royalty, really. You don't have to do that.
He's not very, like...
All right, we'll roll with it.
Yeah. He goes, all right, so, if you're helping me get out of here, there's a big... This encampment is, like, big and pretty open. Bunch of trees, but for the most part, it's pretty open. And there's this tree in the middle where the queen sits. I haven't ever met her.
A queen?
But she's, like...
A queen of the scale people?
Yeah. I've never actually seen her, but
Oh,
I know
boy.
that they talk about her a lot.
Okay.
And they talk about her ever since I've come here. So
All right, so avoid the tree in the middle.
avoid the tree in the middle. And it's pretty open. There's not much cover except for the tents. It's pretty much a straight shot to the entrance.
But there's like a bunch of kobolds.
There's a bunch of kobolds. Yeah.
And a queen tree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can fly.
But you can't.
That's true.
And I don't think I can carry you, Jeffrey.
I Actually-
reach down and grab him around the armpits, and I try to fly.
He lifts about an inch off the ground. Yeah, he's a pretty heavy badger. And he just drops to the ground. Ugh. Oh, wait a minute. Say, you'll cause a distraction if you escape. And he lifts up his claws. I can burrow, but I've never been able to before, because I've been under watch. But you'd escape by flying away. I'd escape by burrowing.
And where will we meet?
How about, by the path on the southern side of the island.
Okay.
Which you would know as the spot where you were owl-napped.
Okay.
It's where they go a lot.
I will say, Jeffrey, this seems a little easy.
What do you mean?
Well, what if I get out there and they have more nets?
Oh.
What if I get out there and they have dug tent stakes in the ground that you can't get past? We must think of all the plans.
I don't know about other nets, but I can get past the tent stakes. Well, unfortunately, I don't know a lot, but I think we'll just wing it.
All right. Well.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you, sir.
All right, Jeffrey. I will do my best to fly and cause a distraction, and you're gonna burrow out of here?
I'm gonna burrow out of here.
All right. Well, I reach out a wing to shake his giant meaty badger paw.
He shakes.
All right. I dub thee Sir Jeffrey of the Royal Feathered Knights, and I pluck a feather from my body and I stick it in his ear like a weird hat.
His ear?
You know, not like in the ear, but like behind the ear.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
okay.
Yeah, behind the ear like a cool forward-facing feather hat.
He bows.
Ah, yes.
Says, thank you, sir.
Let us dance. Ooh. And, okay, I will stretch my wings. I will roll my neck. I'll do that weird 170-degree owl turn both ways to crack my neck. And then I'm going to head for the flap in the door.
You're right.
And ready to bolt.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you want to go about this sneakily, or do you want to go in feathers blazing?
If I need to cause a distraction, I don't think it can be sneaky.
All right.
I think it has to be, as Hobb has taught me, sneaking is for fools when heroism is at hand. And so I abandon all sense of secrecy and I go for glory.
All right.
I peer open the tent flaps.
All right.
Do I see?
This encampment. It's not like a large encampment, but it's definitely like multiple campsites worth of tents here. And there are kobolds. Some are walking around, some are sharpening daggers, some are practicing with slings. It seems to be pretty average for life here. You do notice a tree in the center of the camp.
Okay.
It's pretty short. It's like a 10-foot tall tree, maybe.
Okay.
And you can't quite tell from here, but it looks like it might have some things hanging from it. That is all you see. And you are in one of the tents.
Okay, and there's nothing like Is there any like fires going? Is there any like?
There's definitely like a couple cookpots going, like some
Cooking soup or something
yeah,
like
some cooking fires, but not really other than that. No.
I fly up to the top of the tent,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to take aim to the nearest cookpot. Is there a kobold eating near it?
There's a kobold, and he has a little bowl that he's drinking out of.
I fly in, and in my head, I say, I, Prince Owlfred of the Royal Feathers Monarchy and the Tree of Crowns, declare war on this here battlefield. And I rush at the pot, try to knock it over, but they hear, ooh, 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 ooh. And then
The kobold just looks up and just looks at you in confusion, but you swoop down.
I swoop down and I attempt to knock over the pot of hot soup onto the feet of this kobold.
Making athletics, I guess?
Ha! Even with a -4, that is a 13.
Ooh, nice. All right, you hit the pot with your talons, and it wibbles, and it wobbles, and the kobold just goes, oh no, and it splashes over him.
What kind of soup is it?
I think it is very basic chicken broth, but with some rat.
Rat chicken soup?
Yeah.
I
They
look
don't,
at
you
the
get the
kobold
feeling they
and I
don't
say,
eat very well.
How dare you eat rat without sharing? And then,
He's just yelping from
Okay.
the hot soup on his feet.
and then I take to the skies.
Everybody else turns to look at the kobold, and the winged kobold that you saw earlier that kidnapped you looks up and points at you and says, "The prisoner is getting away! Attack!" And the chase ensues.
All right, and I would like to, my plan is to stay low and periodically, if possible, like cause chaos based on what I see.
All right.
And I do want to head towards the tree. I want to see the queen
All right.
and what's hanging from this tree, but in such a way that I can hopefully keep my flyby thing activated.
Zigzag. All right.
I start flying.
And
Or
you
do I
start
need
flying.
to roll anything?
The kobolds, those that are armed, take out their slings
Oh no.
and load rocks. And the winged kobold goes, "Fast rank, fire!"
And I go,
And
bob and weave, here we go. And I
make
start,
a dexterity
I start
saving throw.
barrel rolling. 17.
All right, you barrel roll, and in between these rocks that are flying at you. However, you take no damage,
I'm
and you
flapping
continue on
around.
your path.
Nice. Can I, with that roll at some point, is there like more kobolds underneath me?
Yes, there
Can I,
are
like-
definitely kobolds underneath you.
Mid-barrel roll, I want to catch a rock and use the momentum of my spin to fling it down and hit a kobold in the head.
Make an acrobatics.
A natural 19,
Ooh.
so a 20.
All right, that was just to see if you could catch it and fling it. All right, make a attack roll.
Attack roll with a rock.
Has a plus 2.
A plus 2, that's a 14.
Ooh, nice. All right, that does hit on this kobold.
So just a tiny rock from a
do
sling.
you do 1d4.
1d4, that's 1 damage.
All right, the kobold goes, ow, and he
And in my
clutches
head,
his
I
head
say, victory!
out loud. Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
And I start making my way towards the center of their camp, bobbing
Again.
and weaving.
There are more tents here, and there's maybe like 2 more cooking fires that are on your way. There's some practice dummies, really poorly made practice dummies that
Okay.
are off to your right. And yeah, that's what you see. There's
Okay.
also like a spear leaning against the side of a tent,
Okay.
currently abandoned.
Is
for
it my
now.
turn, kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
I would like to
The kobolds are amassing behind you.
go down, and if possible, is the spear, do you think, grabbable?
I think you could try. It is a kobold-sized spear, so
So it's smaller.
it is smaller. Yeah. Make
Okay,
a-
so I go down, and I got a natural 20
Ooh.
on
Pick it up.
to pick up the spear.
Nice. Yes, you easily hoist this spear.
Okay, I hold it in my talons, and I would like to fly forward and I think I want to save it for now, but I might end up using it based on what's going on with this tree.
All right.
So I'm just flapping with it. If I need to drop it for maneuverability, I can. But for now, I grab it and take to the skies with my...
All right. Round 2.
Yikes.
Another kobold that was at one of these cooking fires takes a net and jumps at you up into the air because you said you're staying low.
Yeah.
And
you
need
save?
to... No, you need to either decide, do you want to dodge or do you want to try to go through him?
What do you mean by through him?
Like, do you want to try to go straight at him to either mess up and see if you can just keep on your course or dodge and detour?
I want to go through him.
All right.
Sounds fun. And I have the spear. I turn it forward so that the butt is forward, and I aim for his forehead.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay, just an attack roll?
Yeah.
Natural 16 plus...
That does
stuff?
hit.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you that because you are faster than him.
Haha.
And
I take the butt of the spear and ram it right into his forehead.
he goes gah, gah, and drops the net as he falls. The impact of that hitting him, the spear drops to the ground.
And I say, "Take that, foul beasts!" And then I think fondly of the time that I watched a farmer fight a pixie off with his pitchfork, courtesy of the backstory you wrote for me.
I had so much fun.
Apparently, I witnessed the farmer valiantly fighting back against the pixies entangling vines with his pitchfork. And I think back to that moment with the farmer and his pitchfork.
Back when you were a little younger.
Back when I was younger. And I say, yes, the life of an adventurer is the life for me, Prince Owlfred, no more. But hero Owlfred. Woo! And I take back up my speeds.
All right.
And I fly.
You fly past, again, your same surroundings. The test dummies are now behind you. There's probably one more cooking fire. You are vastly dashing toward this middle tree. As you're getting closer, you notice it's kind of dead, weirdly. Okay. Everything else in this forest is alive and green.
Red
it's
flag.
Not winter.
Got it.
But it's dead.
Okay.
And you see small little stones hanging from it. But at this distance, you can't quite tell still what they are.
Full movement.
Kind of just looks like a tree.
I'm curious.
All right. Yeah, you're full
Caution
movement.
is to the wind.
All right. Round 3.
All right.
As you approach this tree, you hear... and something takes flight from the top of the tree.
Oh, no.
It is another owl.
No. What?
And she flies straight at you.
Oh, no.
And she flies in front of you and stops. And
I come to a hover stop.
Recognize her.
Oh, no.
You haven't seen her in a long time. Longer than you've been out adventuring. This is your rarely mentioned, estranged younger sister, Olivia. Sorry about the names, guys. And she,
so like even before I left?
Yeah, she's
been estranged for a while?
Yeah, your parents were...
Like disowned her type of thing?
Like disowned her because she was a bit of a tyrant, even though she is third in line to inherit the crown.
I look at her and I say, Olivia, how dare you?
Owlfred, good to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. And I look around and I say, what is the meaning of this?
She holds out her wing and all the kobolds stop.
I stop moving and I flap.
She says, I've built a little base out here on this island. I've heard you've been out adventuring. And, well, I'm assuming you've been news-free for a while?
I am an adventurer now. I have not returned home in some years. I occasionally send missives to Danielle and Marigold, mother and father, as a reminder. But no, I have not heard news.
Well, sorry to inform you, but Dahlia's been getting those letters. I went back, to see what's been going on. She inherited the queendom. And unfortunately, for both of us. She died. I think,
Dahlia?
if I heard correctly, she was trying to defend the kingdom against crows or something.
Crows.
For those of you who are wondering, this is a reference to another home campaign that we've been doing where the dad plays an Owlin warrior whose greatest enemy is crows.
All right. You mean she's deceased?
Yes.
Yes.
But that would mean...
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
you're next in line.
Oh, no.
Well, you've been out adventuring, Owlfred, and I thought he doesn't really want the kingdom, does he? And so I thought, hey, why not? And try my hand at it. But you see, the only problem with our subjects is that they're a little bit stubborn-minded, and they still accept you as their rightful king.
And she does little air quotes with her talons.
Well, I've been out in my little base and amassed quite a following,
But not of woodland creatures, unfortunately. And I've gathered them to my cause.
you, I'm sorry to say, Owlfred, have gotten in my way.
Olivia, I know you were always a little bit crazy, but this is extra crazy, even for you.
I've always been the eccentric one. And unfortunately, I'll do quite a lot of things to get through, to take my rightful place as Queen of the Forest. Sorry, Owlfred,
And
but you never stood a chance.
Oh, boy.
And can you roll initiative?
Oh, my goodness. An owl fight?
An owl fight? She rolled so horrible.
Great. I rolled so good. I got a 16.
She got a 4. But this is just between you and her.
Oh, man. A duel
Yes.
of the owls?
And Duel of the Fates plays in the background.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I look at her and I say, Olivia, this is sad even for you. And I can't let you take the kingdom. I'm sorry too. And I rush forward.
All right. She was doing the villain thing where she's been monologuing. And so
I fly
it's a
forward
little
as
late to
fast
react.
as I can. What was dangling from the tree?
Small little stones.
Okay.
You're above the tree, so
Yeah.
you can't quite tell what they are, but
Okay.
they look like stones.
Okay. I would like to rush forward and I would like to reach out my talons. How far away is she?
She well, if you're rushing forward toward her, you can get into melee.
Okay, but just kind of getting
you guys,
to her?
Yeah.
Okay. I rush towards her. I fly. I get a 19 to hit.
Ooh, that does hit.
And I do 1 damage.
All right.
As my talons reach forward, I slash at one of her wings.
She screeches and says,
You've been getting better, haven't you?
But-
You have no idea.
now it is her turn. She
Mm-hmm.
is going to take a swipe at you and with her talons and got no, that doesn't hit.
Ah!
I got an 8.
Okay.
However, she is going to fly by you, and since you are both owls, she does have the flyby ability,
So we're both
and so
gonna
you do
avoid-
not provoke opportunity
Okay.
attacks. She switches so that now she is above the kobold army.
Okay.
That is going to be her turn.
Okay. How far away are these dangling rocks?
Probably like 10 feet below you.
Okay. I do a cool backwards, like, flip in the air, and then I dive. And I would like to get close to one of these dangling things
All right.
and see if I can wrench it free from the tree.
It is tied to the tree.
I would like to slash at it.
All right. Make an attack roll.
A 14.
All right. Since you do 1 damage, it was a very thin string. It
Okay.
snaps.
I would
And-
like to hold that in my talon for this round and then use whatever movement I have to fly around the backside of the tree, so she's going to have to come down to me.
All right.
And I hover on the far side of the tree. And I yell at her and I say, Olivia, the people will never accept you like this.
Well, I think I'll just have to deal with you first.
And it is her turn.
Okay.
She is going to swoop down at you. She does have the movement. and
Yeah,
is
I
going
didn't.
to
I paused partway.
try to again hit you. Haha. An 18.
That hits.
All right, she does 1 damage.
Wounds. All right.
And she is going to again fly. Wait, how far away did you move, do you think?
Well, I went down, did the thing, and then moved around the tree. I probably was only 30 feet away.
Yeah, she is going to fly past you
Okay.
again.
I would like to use my movement to get a good, 30 feet away from her. And then I would like to, if allowed, mimic what I was doing before. And I would like to start to spin in the air, put the rock in my wing, and attempt to fling it towards her as a sling attack.
Make an attack roll.
That is a natural 17
Ooh!
so 20 total.
And you have done this before with the needle maneuver with Hob. So you do have practice with this.
So do I
That
get
is
to use this?
You do get to use a D4.
That is 3 damage instead of 1.
Oh wow. She looks very hurt as this rock slams into her. And she goes,
Ha! You've learned some new tricks. Well, I have too.
and as it is now her turn, she is going to swoop down at you and take out her claws. You notice something a little strange about them.
Uh-oh.
And for just a split second, as she attempts to slash into you, they darken and kind of grow a little bit sharper.
Oh, no.
She got a
She's
19 to
using
hit.
that dark feather magic. Yeah, that hits.
All right. You take 2 damage as she used her abilities.
Special abilities.
And she laughs. But that was the extent of her movement. And so now you two are face to face.
We're face to face.
Beak to beak.
I would like to try to grapple her.
Midair?
Yep.
All right.
In one of those classic, death spirals that the eagles do, you know?
Nice.
I would like to reach forward, talon to talon, and try to grapple her. And I am going to, if I
Believe
succeed...
It's opposed strength?
Yeah. Which we both have a terrible.
-2.
You got a -2? Oh,
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah,
So
you
I
definitely
grapple her, and I say,
grapple her.
Olivia, this has gone on too far. I can't let you do this, but I can't bring myself down to your level either. Basically, plunge her into the tree, and
She
Yeah.
laughs as you're doing this. And she goes,
You think you've got me, do you? You haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back, one way or another.
but you do smash her into the tree.
ha! I smash her into the tree,
And
and I release
you
at the
grappled
last
her.
second.
You release at the last second, and she falls into the tree and gets stabbed. Olivia, prospective queen, hoping to be queen,
Yeah.
is now dead.
Can I do non-lethal damage?
Oh, if you'd like to.
I don't want to kill her.
Oh, you don't want to kill her? All right.
No, I just wanted to show her who's boss.
You did
So
imply
I want
that you
to
were going to
Yeah,
impale her.
I didn't
Okay.
think it was going to do that much damage. She
had
must-
1 health left.
I see. Okay. Yes, I would like to do non-lethal damage. I would like
Right.
to fling her into the tree back to her throne and have her get knocked out.
All right. Yeah, she
I'm not
definitely
gonna kill her.
she definitely drops.
Okay.
With that last line.
And I look out at the kobolds and I say,
They're all just staring at you,
yeah, and I say,
in confusion now.
your queen was mistaken, and there's only one royalty here. Leave this place! And I spread my wings and I go, ooh, but obviously they can't hear me at all.
Yeah, they can't hear you, and they just kind of look at you in confusion. But then Hob and Yarg crash through the bushes finally, and Hob goes, "Ha ha! I'll save you, Owlfred." Oh wait, what's? Oh, they're all standing there, and Yarg just goes, "Yaha!" And all of the kobolds just turn to look and scatter.
I flap down to Hob, land on his head, poop a little bit, because it's good luck, because we've already established
I
that
like it.
Hob's okay with it.
Yep.
And then I say, thank you for the rescue, gentlemen. You are my true friends?
You guys are still telepathically linked.
Okay.
Because as you had felt their minds, like, when you got too far away,
Go away. But
blink
now
out,
they're
but
back.
now they're back. And Hob says, you are my greatest ally, Owlfred, he says in his head.
Nice.
He says out loud, are you all right?
Oh, yes. Nothing that Adventurer and Feathered Fang Owlfred wouldn't handle. And I look toward
Wonderful.
the tree, shake my head.
Hob looks at the tree and says, wait, who's that? And points at the owl.
I pat him on the head and I say, you know what? It's nobody. And I turn and flap away.
All right. You turn and flap away,
Yep.
attempting, you're going to leave.
Yep.
All right.
Leave her to her own devices.
Yarg kind of goes up to the tree, puts his hands on his hips for a while, says, hey, guys, you might want to come look at this. And
I flap back over.
he says, these stones, well, they're runes. And as you look closer, you see small runes engraved on the stones. Hob asks, what, can you read them? What do they say? And Yarg goes through and reads the stones one by one. And then he looks around for a second and then finds the stone that you threw at Olivia and picks it up and reads it. And then he just drops it and steps back.
What
And-
is it, scaly friend Yog?
Oh, no. And he turns to you and he says, they're just letters, but they spell out Sharuth.
And Hob turns to Owlfred, gets a look of determination on his face. Owlfred, who was that again?
And that is where we will end this episode.
Nice. Well, that was fun. I got to be an owl. So I might have to have Owlfred. He might have to deal with that at some point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
She'll be back.
One way or another.
Right. And I am apparently, Owlfred is potentially king
Yeah.
of far off forest lands somewhere near Neverwinter.
Yes.
All right.
And yeah.
Wonderful.
You
Well, that
got
was
a little
fun.
bit of backstory from Owlfred that I
King
had
Alfred.
so much fun coming up with all their stupid names.
Yeah, there's a lot in here that I didn't get to.
If you'd like, you can tell us about it.
So we have a little bit before Hob. We've already talked about how Hob and Owlfred met in the chimney with the goblins. But before that, Owlfred had set away from his life in the Tree of Crowns because he was bored and he wanted to be adventurer. He was hunting. He witnessed the battle with the farmer and the pixie. Eventually, the farmer scared away the pixie, then set off with his cart, grumbling about how it would be nice if some adventurers came along to fix the pixie problem. And so Owlfred became intrigued with the adventurer thing, and he started to learn about them, and he went to go out and help people. And that's when he met Hob.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And that was a while ago. So
That was a long time ago.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was ridiculous and fun.
Yeah, you have an estranged sister that you decided
Yeah.
to let live.
I did let her live because not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear feathers.
Nice.
And I believe that's where we'll leave it. So thank you
is.
all so much for joining us on another ridiculous episode. Maybe we'll do more Owlfred
Maybe
one-shots
Maybe
in the
there'll be
future.
some dual storyline
I like it.
here, and
That was fun.
but yeah,
So Sharuth. All right. Well, that is all. So thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week
on
Dadventurous.
Dadventurous.